Welcome back, gang. So now that we have our posts displaying for the authenticated user, we also want to bring in the friends posts. So what I did was I just went ahead and added some friendships to the database. It's just 2 users that I added to our friends list. Okay, so what we want to do is now go to the dashboard controller. Okay, and then we want to create a new variable, and we'll call it combined posts. And this is going to be a query. So we'll have post where, and then it's going to be function query. Okay, we'll open this up, and then we'll return the query where user ID equals auth. A shortcut to getting the auth user ID is just adding auth ID. Okay, so this is just, it's self-explanatory. We're looking for the post where the user ID equals the authenticated user ID. Okay, so the next one we want to look for is the friends. So we'll ask or where in user ID equals auth user friends IDs. And we're getting this friends IDs from a few episodes ago. We did the friendship system and we created a trait called friendable. Okay, and in that trait we have a function that basically pulls out it plucks the IDs of the user friends and pushes it to an array, and that's just what this friends ID is. Okay, so now here we can put colon, and let me bring this over. So now here we can grab the latest, which is just Laravel shortcut for ordering the posts by the most recent ones. Okay, and then we're also going to paginate. Okay, so if we were to, let's see, and then I think I need to take one from there. Okay, so if we were to just change this really quick to get, and then we were to die and dump the combined posts, let's take a look and see what we get. Come back here, we refresh. Okay, and now we have 15 posts. Remember, right now each user has 5 posts. So we have ours, which are 5, and then the other 2 friends, which add up to 10. Okay, and you can look and see that the user IDs are different. User ID of 3 and the rest of the post. Okay, so cool, so that works. So what we want to do is, now that we have this, we can just change this to combined posts, and we can also add that to the prop. Okay, and now in the dashboard page we can receive that prop. Dashboard. Okay, we can just change it here, and then in the component that we are injecting. Now, because we're doing paginate, in here, we do need to change the combined post to combined posts.data. Okay, now let's go ahead and refresh that and see what we get. Okay, and we're also going to open up the DevTools. And then if we go to our view, open up inertia, dashboard, we see now we have combined posts, and this is why we had to change it to data, because now in combined posts, we have our data, and now we have the paginated links. And if you take a look here, our username is Gottlieb.Brandon, and you can see these are our friends' posts. Okay? So now that that's done, I want to go ahead back into the dashboard controller. And this query here, I want to extract it to a scope. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this for now. Copy. And then we'll go to the user model. I'm sorry, the post model. Okay, and right under the user, we're going to add a scope. So this scope is going to be public function, and then we're going to call it scope all posts. Okay, open that up. Now in the scope, we need to put the query, and then we'll just paste the code that we just took and then take out what we need. Okay, so here we are going to return, and then we can take out this line and add it here. Okay, so now we have the query. It's the same query where user ID is auth ID, wherein user ID is auth friends ID. And then we'll just add the semicolon at the end. Can now get rid of this and go back to the controller. And now in the controller, we can just change this to, we can get rid of this here, and then just add all posts, since that's the name of our new query. And then we'll add this stuff. We can take this and bring it up. Okay, so all posts, latest, paginate, it's all the same stuff. So let's close this up. Let's refresh and see if we broke anything. If we didn't, then it should be the same. Okay, great, it is. We have all of the friends. Okay, fantastic. We are now ready to create or make it possible for the user to now create a post. Okay, so we'll open up another terminal because we're going to do this in a separate controller. So we'll do PHP artisan make controller user folder. We'll call this one post controller. And we are also going to attach the model to this one, and it's going to be the post model. Okay, so press enter, and we can close this one up. Post controller, post controller. Okay, cool. So now by doing that, it already imports the post here, and it adds them to some of the functions, as you can see here. Okay, the post model. So the one we're looking for is the store method. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and try to make this function here, auth, let's see, user posts create. Okay, and this is just a shorthand for, we already know it's authenticated user, so it's just a shortcut for creating the post for that authenticated user. It'll automatically put the user ID in there. Okay, so let's see, what do we need? We'll need the body equals, it'll be request body, and then we'll just return back. Fantastic. Okay, so let's close this out. We will go into the dashboard and start adding that. So in here, under the template, but before the posts, we're gonna add a form. Okay, and we don't need this action. I'm gonna open that up, and the form needs a class of width full. Okay, in here we need a div. Open that up, and then we need a text area, and here we're gonna have a name of post. We don't need ID or columns, but we do need rows. We're gonna make this 3 rows. Okay, and the class on it will be border rounded px2 py2 and the width of full. Okay, and for a placeholder, we'll open up some backticks, and then we'll write post something space, and then we'll do a $. We will open up some curly brackets, put another $, and then it'll be page.props.user username, and then we'll just have ... Okay, let's just take a quick look and see what that looks like. So we'll go ahead and refresh. Okay, fantastic. And now you see post something. We'll give that a little space, but you see that the username, the authenticated username, is in the placeholder. Okay, so let's go ahead and press on. We'll add a little space here. Okay, so one thing that we also need to do is add a button. So under this div, we'll open up another one, and the class will be flex justify between and my of 3. Open that up, and we're going to have another div. We'll open that, and here we're going to add the error section, input error. Now this is coming from Jetstream. It's already in here, in this folder here. So if you go to input error, you'll see that all you need to do is just set it up to put the error message, and it will display with a text of small and the color of red. Okay, so we just need to bring that in. So here we'll put it under this one. So import jet input error from at Jetstream input error. Okay, and we'll go ahead and add it down here to our list of components, jet input error. Okay, we'll go back up. And now we need to add the prop that's coming into this component of message. So this message is just going to be form.errors.body, and we're going to add a couple classes to it. So class equals margin top of 2, and then at the end of this we'll just put if equals form.errors.body, and we will leave it at that. Okay. Okay, fantastic. So now under this div, we'll have another div. Open that up, and we are going to be using our blue button component. Okay, it's going to be type submit class text extra small, and then we are also going to add a separate class which will make it disabled unless there's text in there. So it'll be class equals, and then we'll open this up. This new disabled function is a new thing between Tailwind and Laravel that before when it first came out as a package together with Laravel 8, they were having a problem sort of having a really good disabled class for the buttons, but they seem to have worked it out. So we'll add opacity of 25 if the form is processing. Okay, and then we'll add disabled equals form processing. Okay, and that's all you need to do for the processing instance, or the disabled property. Okay, and now I also want to add, we can grab it from, let's see, one of these components. I want this fingerprint scanner component from Epic Spinners that we put in. So we'll take this and we will add it. Let's open this up, and we'll go ahead and add it right here. Move this over, and instead of loading, we can just go ahead and add form processing, okay, to match this up here. Now if it's not loading, we can just add a span tag, and we'll just put post. Okay, and we need a velse in here, velse. Okay, so let's start working on this form that we're gonna need. So up here in the form, the opening form tag, we'll put @submit dot prevent, and then the method we'll use is, we'll just call it submit. Okay, and here for the text area, we also need to put form v model equals form dot body. Okay, so now we'll come down to our export and we'll start working on that. So we need a data section, and it's going to be a function return curly braces, and then let me move this down a bit. Okay, so it's going to be form this inertia dot form. Okay, we need parentheses, curly braces, open that up, and we're going to need the field of user ID, and that's going to be this page props user ID. Okay, and the other field is also the body. So it's gonna be this dot body. Okay, so now under the data section we need methods. Okay, open that up, and then it's going to be a submit method. Open that up, and it's this form, so it's coming from here, dot post this route. We need to make this route too, so we'll do that right after. This route we're going to call post.store, and we're going to open these curly braces up and preserve scroll is true on success anonymous function curly braces, and we'll just leave it at that for now. Okay, so let's go ahead and create the route for this. So web routes. So we can go ahead and just copy this one, and we'll actually put it on top of this one. So this one we can call it posts. The name it's going to be posts, and we can get rid of these. We can get rid of that and just leave it empty. Here it'll be post controller store and store. Let's make sure and import that. And let's go ahead and refresh that and see what we see. So refresh. Okay, we see post here, but we need to import that. So we'll go back to dashboard and we'll import it here. So blue import blue button from at components buttons, and I think it was blue button, and we need to list it here, blue button. The other thing we should do is bring in the import for the fingerprint scanner or spinner. So copy dashboard, paste. Oh, did I get rid of that? Yeah. Okay, let's try this here. Paste. Now I need this copy, and we'll add it here. Comma. Oh, let's make sure I have the right the components, buttons. Yeah, components, buttons, blue button. All right, well, let's go ahead and refresh the page and see if it shows up. Okay, there's a button, there's a hover state. Let's go to our inspect tools, and then we can make sure that this is grabbing the model from the text area. So go to view, inertia dashboard form, and then we are looking for body, right? User ID. Let's try this, see if we're getting it. Body. Okay, so why don't we try to send it and see. So you see now it has that disabled class to it. Okay, and look, there it is. So it's been sent to our it's been sent to our database and it's shown up right there. Let's refresh to make sure that's still the case. After we refresh it, fantastic, it's still there. So now the user can successfully send a post. I want to add some validation to this because the way it stands now, if we click post, nothing's going to show up, or we're going to get this error, body cannot be null. Okay, so to fix that, we need to go back to the post controller, and in here we can add data equals request validate, and then we are going to make it an array. And the only thing we're going to be validating at this time is the body. So body equals required. Okay, so now down for this, we're going to use data body. Okay, so let's give this a try and see if it works. So we'll refresh the page. And we will press post since it's required and there's nothing there. Okay, great. And now we have our error field right in there. Okay, so what I want to do is extract this error, this validation, into its own request, its own form request, because we're going to be using this for other things too, or for different functions elsewhere. So to do that, we would go back to our terminal and we'll open up a new one. And then we'll use Artisan to make us a new request. Okay, so it'll be PHP Artisan make request. We'll call it post form request. Press enter. And now you can see we have a whole new folder with requests. So go ahead, open that up. Now here, the first thing you would want to do is make sure that in the authorized section that you return this true. Okay, all that's doing is just determining if the user is authorized to make the request, and if they're already here, then yes, they are. Okay, so we want to make sure that that's true. Okay, so we'll open this up. And then the only thing that we are checking for is the body. Okay, so we want to make sure that this equals required. Okay, the other thing I want to do is change that message from the body field. I want to change that to message. So how I would do that is I'm going to copy this real quick and paste it here, because it has the notes in it. So the error messages for the defined validation rules, meaning we can just customize how we want that to show up. So body required, that's the field. A message is required. Okay, there are a few ways to change the default messages, but I found that this is pretty functional. So if we go ahead, refresh, oh, we forgot to bring it in, hang on. If we go to the post controller, now we can change this to post form request and change this to, it's in the app. Yep, so it's app HTTP post for request / post form request. Okay, so now we need to make sure that that's imported up top. Scroll up and there it is. Okay, so now we come down and now we can actually just change this now to data equals request only. and then we'll put in an array, and it'll be body, user ID, because we'll need that later, and parent ID. Okay, so now let's try this again and make sure we are also getting the validation. Okay, so refresh and click post. Okay, great. And now you see we have the new message is required validation. Okay, so the last thing I want to do in this episode is I want to add a toast notification up top for a successful post when the user makes the post. Okay, so we'll come back to our text editor. We'll go to dashboard, and then here we'll go ahead and just, I've already copied it, so we'll paste the, open it up, paste, and so now we have the toast with a success message of your post has successfully been published, and we are also clearing the form body so that it'll be empty once it's been successful. Okay, so refresh. Okay, and then we'll try test body post. And there it is, your post has been published, and there it is. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it there for now, guys. I will go ahead, push this code up to GitHub. In the next episode, we'll dive deeper into this dashboard page. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.